I'll be right out. All right, sorry about that, you guys. I'm talking to my wife. All right, so I'm recording this video, as you can see on this live screen right here. We are up on the GBP USD. This is kind of like an update video. And again, as you can see, it's moving. It's a live trade. It's not one that I'm recording later on. But it's, as you can see, it just jumped to 72 pips. And so how did we take this trade? Very simple. Triple arrow. This is the 4-hour chart, as it says right here, H4. So we had the big arrow, the little green arrow, and the matching yellow. And we took the trade, and it's going up, just like all the rest. All right, let's see what they did before. And this is for whoever's finding this video for the first time and you haven't tuned in before. The triple arrow system works on any time frame. But what happens is the longer the time frame, like the 30-minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour, the less you have to worry about volatility and more of the pattern or the trend. A lot of people are trying to figure out which direction is the trend going to, when is the best time to enter on the trend, and all these different things. See, when you have the triple arrow system, you don't have to guess on any of that. I know today is Monday, and it is October 20th. And I'm in several different trading groups, and I don't say anything. I let them do their thing. Everybody, whatever fits you, do your thing. But I know a lot of people, and I'm gonna take a look. Let's take a look at this one. The EU, same exact thing. See this? This is the 4-hour chart. 1, 2, 3. Look at this thing that shot to the moon right here, right? So a lot of people thought, oh, well, it should be making a reversal now because it didn't went up too far. Oh my, had it. This is the 1-hour chart. All right, let's take a look here. As you can see, hold on, let me get rid of something here. All right, let's get rid of that. And let's get rid of this. And there we are. You can easily see, and let me increase this so you can see that triple arrow setup. So you can see the red one here, big red, little red, yellow, and it went down. And then we also used the 13 and the 34 moving average as an additional confirmation, but I really don't depend on that because the crossing of the moving averages can happen way later and you're missing a perfect entry. So if you would have caught this trade to the downside, look at, and this is on the 1-hour chart. That's why I said that the 1 hour and the 30-minute are my favorite. So as you can see, you could have caught this trade right at the top of the turn of the market right here. It told you when to get in, right? And then you didn't have to guess how long to stay into the trade because by the time it came down here, guess what? Right here, triple arrow. You would have got out of this trade as soon as you seen the 1, 2, 3. So right about over here where the market went sideways, this is probably in the Asian session, sideways market. Okay, so it consolidated. And let me teach you guys something real quick. When the move jumps up, pushes real hard, that's called impulse move. Okay, so it did an impulse move and then it went sideways and consolidated, and then it impulsed again and went sideways. So if you would have jumped in right here during the consolidation period, which typically happens in the Asian session, you would have got in 1, 2, 3, and then you would have got in on this candle here right when the moving averages were crossing. But again, we don't depend on that. And then you would have moved your stop loss directly underneath the green arrow, and let's see what happened. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at there. And right here, a lot of people who don't have our system say, oh my goodness, I better hurry up and get out because it's going down. It's going down. No, it was doing a bull pullback. Okay, a bull pullback. In other words, it's going to consolidate back a little bit and then boom, look at this bad boy. It's shot to the moon. Now, if you are having my system and you have the triple arrows, this thing repaints, which means it moves. Okay, that's the reason why we wait for double confirmation from the smaller ones to say, this is just telling you, hey, eventually there's coming up a trend change. But these tell you, okay, now there's exhaustion and moving average crosses and other things. So all three of these combined read different things, but collectively they work perfect. So what happens is those who have my system ought to know when the big arrow was right about here, you knew do not get out of the trade. Why? Because you don't have the triple arrows. So this is telling you, okay, it's getting to the point of exhaustion, but it ain't there yet. yet, which exactly the point is. Do you see the triple arrows? No, you don't even see the triple arrows here yet, do you? Okay, then why are you getting out of the trade? The trade will be telling you what it needs to know when you get all three arrows. So what we'll be looking for in order to get out of this trade, if you want, you can take your profit and run, of course, but you'll be looking for a big arrow, little arrow, and the yellow, and then you'll set this up for a reversal. I don't think this will be set up for a reversal until maybe later on in the London session tonight, or maybe Tuesday, Tuesday or whatever. Okay, so for another day or two, I don't anticipate that it may make a change. But again, I do not make that decision. And some of you guys, that's your problem. You're trying to be the person to predict and as opposed to react. And what do I mean? When I saw the triple arrows, I reacted. Okay, let me go back to the pair that I'm actually in, the GU. Okay, I react to what I see. I don't predict what I see. I don't know what it's going to do. That's not my place. So as you can see, I got in late on this trade. Actually, I didn't. This was a second entry, so I took my first entry, and which you can do. You can take your profit if you have multiple positions. So this is a second entry, and I'm just letting it run. But the first one I got in because look, 1, 2, 3. So I got in right about here. And then after it scooted up a bit in profit, I took my money. But this second one here, I'm just letting it run. And as you can see, the second one is up 77 pips. Some people are dying to get 77 pips, don't know how to get 77 pips. And it's easy for us because if you go to the 4-hour charts, what is it telling you? 1, 2, 3. It's going up. So until you can ride it on the 1 hour, because see, look at this triple arrow on the 1 hour. 1, 2, 3, and watch what it did. It went down, didn't it? Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then it goes up. 1, 2, 3, then it goes down. And look how far down this one. See, this is why you can't predict it. This was, a pretty good run, but look at how long this one is. See, this is why we don't try to predict when to get out of the trade. You may be missing out on a huge opportunity. So some people, they may have caught their little 20 pips or 10 pips or whatever, and they jumped out, and you missed this entire thing. But with the triple arrow system, you already knew 1, 2, 3. Stay in the trade until it tells you it's time to get out. Look at this beautiful, beautiful move here, right? So on this one, if we measure just from here to here, that's over 470 pips, right? And it went down a little bit more from here to here. Let's rank the charts because I want, some people don't believe, So here's the thing. If you would have got in here from that one all the way down to this move and then reversed it, that's 475 pips. 475 pip move. One trade. One trade. So now, yes, I do see this big arrow here telling me, it's almost time to change. But do I see the triple arrow system yet? No, I only see one. So that's the reason why I stayed in this bad boy, and I will remain in it probably about the London session, whatever. Okay, so there's a couple of things I can do, which I'll do right now. I'll lock in profit by moving my stop loss up. Bam, right to there. Worst case scenario, I got some money locked in. And on this account, I don't put a whole lot because I don't want people knowing my business. But the point is, there's still a live trade on the live account. The point is, you can move your stop loss up, or as I told you guys, you can go right here to the green line, which is where your entry is. Right click on it and put on what's called a trailing stop. If you haven't seen that video, go find it. We have it. And if you want to do like a 20 pip or a 15 pip stop loss, you put in, instead of 15, you have to add a 0. If you want to do a 20 pip stop loss, you have to put a 0 behind the 20. If you want to do a 30 pip stop loss, you put a 0 behind the 30. If you want to do a 10 pip stop loss, you put a 0 behind the 10, and there you go. Because this thing counted in points, not pips. And that's how you convert it, okay? So anyway, enough said. I locked in some profit. Let it run. No biggie. Let it roll. And I'll be looking for some more setups this week, but that's all I'm looking for. Because again, I already know, it's going to do a pullback even on the 4 hours. So sometimes that's why I play it on a 30-minute time frame, or whatever to catch those pullbacks. Look at this beautiful, beautiful move all the way up. Wow. One trade. Isn't that amazing? One trade. And you didn't even have to guess. All right. So I know it's going to be making a reversal pretty soon. So I'll keep my eye on it. I already got locked in profit. So even if I fall asleep, worst case scenario, I'll get tapped out right here. And between here, this green line and the red is actually the profit. So I'm already going to be, let's measure that right here. to here, I'm guaranteed 53 pips no matter what happens. I'm guaranteed 53 pips. So I can move this up even more and get greedy, but hey, no big deal. Let it have some running room. Well, let me stop lying. I like having my profit, especially this. So we'll do there. All right. So I'm guaranteed 60 pips. So I'm done. I'll leave it alone. Let it be. You know, I'm guaranteed 60 pips. Cool. All right, you guys. That's that for this trade. Just want to provide you with a trading update. So you guys can see how the system works, and it's a no-brainer system. So at this point, I'm just waiting for a triple arrow system. I'm gonna let it ride back down to when the system's saying, "Hey, it's a pullback." But, let me leave you why I'm not gonna worry about it long term. Let's watch this on the 4-hour chart. What does it say? It is going up. So yes, it may pull back and then shoot up more, and I anticipate that. And here's the daily. Okay, so the daily is also got 2 arrows, not the third, but it always comes late. But it's telling you also on the daily chart, it's going up. But you know, on the daily, it will go up and then pull back and then shoot up again. So that's why I play the 30-minute chart, because I can play those pullbacks as well. Okay, all the pullbacks. And also on the 1 hour, you can play the pullbacks. So this is going to do a pullback and then shoot up some more. I'm telling you in advance, because I see my system. It's not that I'm a guru or a genius. It's just that my system is telling me exactly what I see. Okay, so it's a no-brainer. Long term, it's going up. Okay, all right. Any questions? If you're ready to join the system, by the way, let me say one more thing before this video is over. You know, some people say, well, your system is so pricey, it's so this and that. You know, take a look at how much money you spent already losing in the market. Some of you guys, what we're charging for our system, which took years to get together, it wasn't an overnight process. It took almost 4 years to get this down to a science and then to create it so it's so simple anybody can use it. You know, a lot of you guys, you done wasted that kind of money in the markets every week trying to do your own thing and keep blowing your accounts. Or you keep paying other gurus who keep saying, I'm going to teach you this and I'm going to teach you that. They have no visual proof, no nothing. And yet people say, well, you know, you need to lower your price a bit. I think it's a little too high. Well, listen, how long do you want to keep wasting money on things that don't work? And this is the reason why I do live trade videos for all those people who out there always trying to prove, oh, they're fake. Oh, it's not real. It's not this and that. That's the reason why I do my trades when it's actually live, so that you can see the pips moving and know that this is not a manipulated kind of thing. We don't have time for that. Either you like what you see or you don't. You know, we're not here to prove anything. But what we did was we tried to create a system for those who had struggled for so long, just like we did, for years, just struggling and frustrated and tired of losing and just didn't know what was going on when we was, you know, thought that it was going up, it was going against us. When we thought that the pattern was over, you know, you jumped out after 5 or 10 pips because you're so scared and you were so happy that you finally won a few pips. You jumped out, and then later on you get frustrated because you realize you missed a big move. So it took us a long time. We've been there. We do understand. So yes, you may have to step on faith and take that investment risk. But the good part is, hey, listen, this thing works. This is why we're doing these live videos, so you have live proof to see that this is actually working. You don't have to trade a whole lot. You just have to find the right trades at the right time frame, and you can catch a lot more pips at ease, at peace. I've been going all day, and this thing is still running like a taxi machine. It's just collecting pips. I don't have to be here watching it, because I'm not scalping. I'm letting it run. Okay? Anyway, enough is enough. The email to hit us up if you're ready to get started, it is supereasyforex@gmail.com. supereasyforex@gmail.com. This is our YouTube channel, Super Easy Forex. And then also you can check out many of our screenshot trades for the last several weeks on our Facebook page, which is Super Easy Forex. All right? I look forward to working with you. Hit us up and let's get some pips. Bye, everybody.